I've got a mop holder here. Before I start using it, I want to modify it. I want to make the handle a larger diameter. So I'm going to drill these rivets out here and get rid of this stock hole, the spindly handle here. And I'm going to make my own. This is a 1 1/4 inch diameter poplar. I'm just going to shave down the end of this rod so that I can fit it into this holder here, and I'll just bolt it in place with some stainless steel hardware. And on the other end, I'm going to radius it over, and I'm going to do both of those cuts here on my table saw. I've got my fence set up so it's on the center line of the diameter of this rod, so that I can rotate it right up on top of the blade as I raise the blade up. And so the first thing I'm going to do is cut a stop on a piece of wood. I'm going to run a piece of wood through here a little bit and cut a groove in the bottom, and then I'm going to turn that around and clamp that onto the fence right there, so that when I run this dowel into here, and I can run up against the stop and just rotate it around and cut the diameter down. And so that's the first step I want to do, is just run this piece of wood through and get a stop. So then I can just bring this back and clamp it into place right there. And that will serve to stop this dowel. You can bring this dowel in and rotate it in. And then I want to have, by the natural taper of this blade, it's going to just feather out to the 1 1/4 inch diameter here. So I'm going to lock down my calipers on the diameter here, which this appears to be about 7/8. I'm going to make mine a little fatter than that. That's about a 24 millimeter. So now I want to round this over a little bit more. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to bring this over into there. And I'm going to turn it on and run the blade up some. So I'm going to drill these rivets out of the mop holder part. Got one off of there. You have to be careful not to push so hard that it just rotates the rivet. So I'm just going to punch these out now with a punch that's a diameter smaller, and see if I can punch it right through this little hole here. You can see they're coming up on this side. So I'm checking the fit here of my handle, and it goes on. I can press it on, it goes in very easily and snug. It's stretching the plastic just slightly, and I think that's good. I like that. But before I put it in there, I'm going to seal this wood. So I'm going to dip this part into a sealer and let that dry. And then when I'm done, I can seal the rest of this wood up. But for now, I'm just going to dip this end because I won't be able to get to it later. So what I'm going to seal it with is this auto body clear coat, just because that's just what I have, and I might as well use it. I'm just going to dip that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and eventually I'll coat this entire handle with this clear coat. It's pretty hard clear coating, but right now I'm just wanting to do the part I won't be able to get to later. And I just want to make sure it doesn't build up on there. It looks like it's soaking into the wood. Might need to do that many times there to get a good penetration on it. I'm going to put some silicone here on the end. So hopefully if any water does get up that way, it won't migrate past the silicone here. Let's try and pound this in this way. So I'm tapping the pole on the ground, and it's allowing the inertia to drive that in. And I think that's pretty much bottomed out there. So now I can drill some holes And I'm just drilling with a number 9 bit for a 1032 fastener. So I'm going to drill in about halfway on each side, and that way the holes hopefully will be tight. And I'm using these stainless steel screws. It's got a low profile head and a brass nut on the bottom, on the back side here. So there won't be anything to corrode the rust from this.